Hello YouTube, this is Mathern Productions, and today rather than doing the lesson inside Keynote, I will just be doing it in VB. So, we're going to be going over methods. Methods are very easy. Basically a method has three parts to it. So just take a location. I'm just going to name mine YouTube, why not? Whenever I use this screen capture software, it always goes slow, but it's okay. It's almost there. So method has three parts to it. Basically, you have your declaration of public or private. You have your name isn't really a big part of it. I guess it's still a part, so you could say there are four parts. You have your parameters, and you have your return type. So, here, we're going to go to, say I'll just put a label on here. Label, right there. And I'm going to take two buttons. And this one I'm just going to say add a plus to it. And this one I'm going to say add a. This one I'm going to make the text nothing. And I'm going to click this. Click on the first button so that it opens the code. Now below anything else, below where it says end sub on your last method, you're going to type this. Public function. You're going to need your method name, so I'm going to say add letter. No spaces allowed, add letter. Okay, now by val is what you want the user to put in. Well, not the user, but what you're going to put into it. So I'm going to say by val string. Right now, by val add as string. So this is saying I want it to pass a string value to it that I'm naming add. And I'll say as boolean. Now this as boolean part at the end here is saying that this will return a boolean value at the end of this function. So I'll say lil1 dot text plus equals add. And I want to say return true. So this one I'm going to, in button 1 I'm just going to type add letter, and I'm going to put in a, because this one was saying add a, and then I'm going to do the same thing for plus. I'm just going to say add letter plus. Okay. And then when I run it, see, every time I hit that it adds an A, every time I hit that it adds a plus. Okay? Now, you can change this. It doesn't have to be a single letter. If I want to change this to say add start All I have to do here is change this to start. That's the good thing about methods. You change just the parameter and you don't have to change hardly anything else in the code. When I hit this, start, it adds start every time. Okay. Now, the return value on this can be anything. I don't really utilize this Boolean part here. It's just easier than not putting anything at all and having to say return db null db null dot value. That's really annoying. But if you don't put a return type on here, you have to type that. You can't just type return null if you're using VB 2010. But you'll see when I run this, it still works just fine. So if you set this to private, all it means is if you've watched the first tutorial, it can't be put into another form. So if I were to go to project and add a form, I wouldn't be able to use this method if it's private. So that is all. That is methods, and you can have as many parameters as you want here. Just put a comma, like say I wanted to have comma by val times as integer. And then I'd say I wanted to add start 3 times every time I click this button, and add plus 5 times every time I click this. Well, then up here I say while times is greater than 0. Then at the bottom here I want to say end while. And here I just say times minus e equals 1. Now when I click this, it adds start 3 times. Click this, adds plus 5 times. So, easy enough. And that's it. That is methods. I will be talking about more in-depth VB on next lesson. Thank you for watching.